starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast: Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, Wes and Chantel Bentley and Bentley Farms, Ultimate Fitness, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. And now, Kennett Indian Baseball.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Kennett Indian Baseball as we come to you from Capaha Field. Coming up, the 7th place game in the SEMO Conference Baseball Tournament. It'll be the Kennett Indians taking on the Kelly Hawks. These two teams met way back on March 23rd. Kelly getting a 3-2 victory in that opening game of the season for the Kennett Indians, and now these two teams meet again here in the SEMO Conference Tournament as the rest of the action at Capaha Field will follow this one. We'll have a lot of pregame information for you. Check the starting lineups between Kelly and Kennett as we get set for first pitch scheduled for 11 o'clock this morning. Back with more right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glenn St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glenn St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suits, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suits, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Welcome back to Capaha Field as we get set for first pitch this afternoon, or actually this morning. Hard to get used to morning baseball, but that's what we have here at Capaha Field as we play for the 7th place award in the SEMO Conference Tournament. Indians falling in a tough loss 3-1 to Poplar Bluff, the top seed in the tournament, and then in a very strange ball game, an 11-3 loss to Dexter, a ball game where Dexter scored 11 runs in the first inning and no more in the remainder of the ball game. But of course, that was more than enough for the Bearcats to advance and send the Kennett Indians down to this 7th place game to take on the Kelly Hawks. Coming up, the schedule for the Kennett Indians on, coming up tomorrow at Indian Park, it will be the Jonesboro Hurricane coming in to play Kennett, a 4:30 start time. And then we go on the road Thursday to Doniphan. Oh, no, actually, Doniphan's a home game. So Doniphan, the Dons, will come to Indian Park, a 4:30 start. Then on Friday, we go on the road up to Bernie. So that's the remainder of the week's schedule. So a lot of games coming up this week. And, of course, pitching put at a test. And a tournament like the SEMO Conference Tournament where you play Friday, Saturday, then turn around and play again on Monday. But the Indians have one of their seniors starting this ball game this afternoon, and Owen Williams will take to the hill. We'll see if Owen can have a good outing here, and the Indian Bats can put some runs on the board, and we come out of this tournament with at least one victory. As Coach News Ball Club getting set for that Class 4 District 1 tournament. We'll also take a look at the district a little closer as our pregame show continues, and we get set to have starting lineups here from Capaha Field right after this.
Tournament season is here, and it's a great time to hit the course at the Kennett Country Club. Get your team signed up now for the Mixed Pairs Tournament on May 17th and 18th. The Member Guest Tournament on June 21st and 22nd, and the Four Ladies Scramble on June 24th. Check out the great new line of clothing and accessories from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Hit the course at the Kennett Country Club.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at SEMO.edu. SEMO, your university, your hometown.
Indians continue to take their infield practice before we get this one underway against the Kelly Hawks at Capaha Field. Coming up next week on the 13th, South Pemiscot will be the last regular season home game for the Indians, and that's scheduled for a 3:30 start, a little earlier start for that South Pem ball game. And then we have a rescheduled game against the Jackson Indians on the 14th. District tournament play will start on the 16th, and the Class 4 District 1 tournament this year will be held at Indian Park. So great news there. And that's the remaining schedule for the Kennett Indians. So a very busy stretch. And for Coach Aaron News Ball Club, you know, he wants to get his team playing their best. We've seen signs of it after that nice victory over Scott City, and then following that up with a win over Paragould. But after that tough loss at Poplar Bluff 3-1, the wheels fell off in the second round of the SEMO Conference Tournament as the Indians only could put up 3 runs and allowed 11 in the first inning with that loss to Dexter. Skeeter Kill Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors, for over 60 years providing top-quality sporting goods to the region. When you think sporting goods, think Skeeter Kell and Kennett. We appreciate their sponsorship of our broadcast. We'll be back. Check starting lineups from Capaha Field right after this.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Head coaches meeting at home plate, and they will exchange the lineup cards, and we're about ready to get the 7th place game underway at Capaha Field, the first of 4 ball games today at Capaha. Wayne Chiropractic, one of our great broadcast sponsors on San Francis Street in Kennett, now accepting new patients. They also accept Missouri Medicaid, DOT physicals. Don't suffer from those aches and pains. See Dr. Chancellor Wayne. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week. Wayne Chiropractic. Indians will come to bat first in this ball game, and here's the way the Indians will come to the plate. Hayden Gilmore will be in center field, leading things off for the Indians. Caleb Duncan hits second and is playing left field. Cash Franklin, the first baseman, hits third in the order, and Caden Pruitt, doing the catching, will be the cleanup hitter for Kennett. Jackson Patterson at second base bats fifth. Owen Williams will be doing the pitching and batting sixth in the order. John Baker Brown at third base and hitting seventh for the Indians. Zane Franklin in right field hits eighth, and Cade Anderson, the shortstop, will hit ninth. Kennett without a DH in this ball game this afternoon, as they have all 9 players out in the field in this one, as we will check the starting lineups for the Kelly Hawks. And they'll have Ross Peters when they come to the plate leading things off. He's the center fielder. The right fielder, Tyson Carr, bats second, and Brady Osh, the catcher, will bat third. The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Jet Hull. Avery Woolsey will be in left field and batting fifth. Caleb Yount will be the shortstop and batting sixth. Brandon Harrion will be doing the pitching and batting seventh. For the Hawks, Colin Schaefer is the DH in the order and batting eighth for the Hawks. And batting ninth will be the third baseman, Jacob Dannenmuller, or Dernberger. Dernberger will be the number 8 hitter, or the number 9 hitter, for the Hawks, as hopefully we have all of that straightened out. Peters, Carr, Osh, Hull, Woolsey, Yount, Harrion, Schaefer, and Dernberger. Dannenmuller will be in Schaefer's spot out in the field playing second base. Hawks take to the field, and we're about ready for first pitch here from Capaha Field, your locally owned pharmacy, Harris Pharmacy on 1st Street in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They have the MedSync refill reminders, handy drive-through window, free delivery in the Kennett city limits. See Darren Harris and his great staff at Harris Pharmacy, as we're going to get started just about on time this morning. 11 o'clock schedules start, and the right-hander taking his warm-ups, Brandon Harrion for Kelly. Great to have you along. We're on the 2 radio stations, continuing having our coverage on KBOA AM 1540, 98.7 WGCQ FM, the radio home of the Kennett Indians, as we continue to try to get KBOA FM back up on the air after some storm damage. Have some parts and equipment coming that should be able to solve those problems. Hopefully we'll have that one back up before long, but we're also on all the KTMO streaming platforms this morning from Capaha Field. Good to have you along on the Wolf streaming platforms. Be sure and like and share if you're watching our video stream. Harrion finishes his warm-up tosses, and Hayden Gilmore comes to the plate, and we're ready to get this one underway from Capaha Field. Good to have you along. Overcast skies up in Cape this morning. Cool temperatures as we're hovering right around the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. Senior Hayden Gilmore, the left-hander, steps in facing the right-hander, Brandon Harrion. And now time is called as the catcher, Osh, takes off the mitt, takes a couple of steps over toward the Kelly dugout. Now he is ready to go. First pitch to Hayden to get this ball game underway is popped in the air on the infield. Third baseman Dernberger is under it and makes the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out is how we get this one started. A pop fly on the infield. Caleb Duncan, the senior, will bat now for the Indians. Outfield plays Caleb straight away. Brandon Harrion, the right-hander. The first pitch, curved ball in the dirt, ball 1. 330 down the lines, 400 straight away center field. Foul ball back to the screen, evens the count 1-1 to the Kennett senior. Caleb Duncan. Caleb, longtime catcher in this lineup, has been moved out to outfield, trying to shore up the defense out in the outfield. Foul ball on a curve ball back to the screen. It's 1-2 now on Caleb Duncan. Cash Franklin in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Top of the first inning from Capaha Field. The 1-2 to Caleb. Outside is ball 2. 2-2 the count. Indians got out to a 2-0 lead over Dexter, but the wheels fell off at the bottom of the first. 11 Dexter runs. That coming on Saturday. Swing and a miss. First two retired as Caleb Duncan goes down on strikes. Cash Franklin will hit with the bases empty. Cash playing first base today with Owen Williams doing the pitching. First pitch to Cash. Curveball. Fouled toward the Kennett dugout down the third base side. Strike one. Owen Williams doing the pitching for the Indians this morning. I keep saying afternoon. I'm just not used to morning baseball. But that's what we have here this morning from Capaha. Cash turns on this one. Way out in front of it. Hits it on top of the roof down the left side now to play. 0-2 now to Franklin. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle if Cash can reach. Cash in the hole, 0-2. Carry on trying to retire the Indians in order. He'll get a fly ball out to center field, and the center fielder Peters will have a bead on it, and that's out number 3. 1-2-3. Indians retired in the first. We'll go to the bottom half of the first. Kelly bats when we return right after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics
the same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Indians go in order. Top half of the inning. Now it's Kelly's turn. Peters, Carr, Osh, Hall, Woolsey, and Yount. Harrion, Schaefer, and Dernberger. The batting order for the Kelly Hawks, and they'll face Owen Williams, the Kennett senior right-hander. Owen takes his warm-up. Throw down to second from Caden Pruitt, his catcher. Defensively, J.B. Brown, sophomore at third. Sophomore Anderson, Cade Anderson at short. Jackson Patterson at second base for the Indians, and Cash Franklin at first. In the outfield, Caleb Duncan in left, Hayden Gilmore in center, Zane Franklin in right. Owen Williams facing the leadoff hitter, Ross Peters, here in the bottom of the first, and a swing and a miss by Ross, strike one. Kennett outfield straight away. J.B. Brown at third, in just a touch to protect against the bunt. Fastball from Owen is outside, ball one, 1-1 the count. Next pitch from Williams. Swing and a miss by Ross Peters, and Ross in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very little wind here at Capaha Field as we get this one underway. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Owen Williams gets out number 1 here in the first. Good high fastball that Peters couldn't catch up with. Now Tyson Carr, the right fielder, will hit. A lot of room in the outfield, so outfield play a premium usually here at Capaha Field. 400 straightaway center, 375 in the alleys and right and left field. Bouncing ball toward the second baseman. Fielding is Patterson at first for out number 2, and the first 2 Hawks retired here in the bottom of the first inning. That brings up the catcher, Brady Osh. Indians retired in order in top half of the inning, and now a strikeout and a ground out. First 2 Hawks retired in the bottom half of the first. Here's a hard hit ground ball to Patterson. 1 hopper and Jackson to first. Quick work of the Hawks. Bottom of the first. We'll go to the second. Indians bat and a scoreless ball game. Back with more after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Brandon Harrion takes his warm-up tosses. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Indians. Caden Pruitt, Jackson Patterson, and Owen Williams. Sean Baker Brown, if anyone can reach. In the top of the second, both teams retired in order in the first. FM Bank, your full-service locally owned bank, where they make all their decisions locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. Great to have you along this morning. Morning baseball. 7th place game underway. 3 more to follow this one. So several of our SEMO broadcasters will have coverage. You can bounce around and follow the action. Cape Central and Jackson will battle in the championship game later on this afternoon. Caden Pruitt, cleanup hitter, right-handed hitting catcher, sophomore at the plate. Caden takes ball 1 low. Carry on the right-hander. Gets the sign. The 1-0 pitch. Inside ball 2 to Pruitt. Kelly outfield straight away, infield back, not expecting Pruitt to lay down a bunt here as Lee leads off the second inning. High ball 3, 3-0. Both pitchers made short work in the first inning, retiring their opponent in order. 1, 2, 3. Now the 3-0 to Pruitt. The first base run of the ball game is Caden Pruitt as he takes a 4-pitch walk. Jackson Patterson, the senior second baseman, as courtesy runner Crafton Binkard comes on to run for the catcher Pruitt down at first base. Binkard with good speed. He's just a freshman, but used a lot in this situation. Also seen Crafton play some outfield for the Indians. Carry on only 9 pitches in that first inning. So he made really short work of the Indians, but 4 out of the zone and a Kennett base runner to start the second. Now Jackson Patterson. He'll hammer this one to center field, but right at Peters. Peters has it and gets the throw back in. Runner's not able to advance, and there's 1 down. Here in the second, Patterson hit it right on the nose, but right at the center fielder, Peters. Owen Williams comes to the plate. Owen, right-handed hitter, facing the right-hander Brandon Harrion. Binkert, the courtesy runner for the catcher Pruitt, a throw over, and Crafton back in there safely. Crafton a short lead at first. Harrion brings it to the plate and a foul straight back. Strike one. To Owen Williams. Kennett will be at home tomorrow against the Jonesboro Hurricane. Coach Dodson for the Hurricanes. Coach New. College teammates at Arkansas State University back in the day. And they've been trying to play each other each year. Here's a line drive to Peters. They need to try somebody else. Peters didn't have to move far, and that's out number 2. Binker back to first base on that line drive to center field. So 2 down, and J.B. Brown. That kind of rhymes, doesn't it? John Baker Brown. Right-handed hitting sophomore tries to move the runner around now with 2 outs after Pruitt got a leadoff walk. Bouncing ball to second should do it for the Hawks. And Danny Mueller to Hall, and the Indians strand a runner in the top half of the second and come up empty. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Kelly bats when we return right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works. We're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Bottom of the second inning we go, and it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Hawks. Hull, Wolseley, and Yount. Jet Hull, the first baseman and cleanup hitter, right-handed hitter, facing Owen Williams. Owen only 6 pitches in the first inning for the Indians. Breaking ball is low, ball 1. Kennett drew a leadoff walk by their cleanup hitter, Caden Pruitt, but couldn't move Pruitt along. 1-0 pitch to Hull, outside ball 2. 2-0 the count. Next pitch to Hull. Hard hit to the shortstop. On a line, and Cade Anderson down to his knees will catch it in the air for out number 1. A line out to the shortstop, Anderson. Avery Wolseley, the left fielder, will hit. Another right-handed hitter. First pitch is a ball a little bit low from Owen Williams. Good view here from right behind home plate at Capaha Field for Game 1, 7th place game. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Another test for Anderson. Fields throws. Good strong throw, and out at first. First 2. Hawks retired here in the bottom of the second. Now Yount, the shortstop, will hit. A line drive to Cade Anderson, then a ground ball to Cade. He handles the first 2. Now Caleb Yount, the shortstop, another right-handed hitter facing Owen Williams. Owen's first pitch. Line drive. This one's going to get into right field for a base hit. Line drive over Cash Franklin's head. So he took it the opposite way, and the first hit of the ball game comes to the Hawks. Zane Franklin gets it back in quickly from right field. So with 2 down, the pitcher, Brandon Harrion, will bat. Outfield moves in just a touch for the Indians. First pitch misses inside and low, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Harrion. Yount takes his lead at first. Owen has a pretty good move. See if he checks him over there. Instead, a curveball catches the outside corner. Evens the count 1-1. Schaefer, the DH in the on-deck circle. 2 down, runner at first. First hit of the ball game coming to Yount. Opposite field single. They'll throw to first. And good scoop over there by Cash Franklin to protect that one from getting by him and letting Yount probably reach third on the plate. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Curveball is on the inside corner, and that's called strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Harrion. This pitch, a fastball, misses outside. Evens the count 2-2. Yount the base runner at first for Kelly. Bottom of the second inning. A 2-2 count to Brandon Harrion. Curveball grounded down toward third in foul ground. Picked up by J.B. Brown. Another rhyme for J.B. 2-2. The count remains 2 down with a runner at first. Pitch from Owen. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the Hawks as they'll strand a runner. Both teams strand a runner in the second. Now we go to the third. Kennett's turn to bat when we return to Capaha Field right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Tournament season is here, and it's a great time to hit the course at the Kennett Country Club. Get your team signed up now for the Mixed Pairs Tournament on May 17th and 18th. The Member Guest Tournament on June 21st and 22nd, and the Four Lady Scramble on June 24th. Check out the great new line of clothing and accessories from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Hit the course at the Kennett Country Club.
Kennett Country Club, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They had that big 3-man tournament over the weekend, and I know everybody enjoyed that one. Full tournament schedule. You can call, get your team entered. The mixed pairs coming up next, as you heard. And you just want to go out and play a round of golf, going out to the country club. Pro shop is stocked with that great new clothing. We're in the top of the third, scoreless ball game. One base runner so far through 2 innings for the Indians. As Zane Franklin leads things off, Caden Pruitt drew a leadoff walk in the second, was stranded at first. A swing and a miss by Zane, strike 1. Kelly with a base hit, the only hit of the ball game, coming in the bottom half of the third, but Owen Williams took care of business. Got the final out without any damage done. Ground ball to short. Yount charges, fields on the run, and just in time throws out Zane Franklin, who was hustling down the line. Bang, bang play down there at first, but Zane is out on the 6-3 putout. So 1 down, and Kate Anderson will hit. Kate, a couple of big hits in that ball game against Poplar Bluff that the Indians fell 3-1 to the Mules. See if Cade can get it started with Gilmore on deck. Cade will bunt it down the third baseline. Dernberger fields, will throw to first wildly, and that's going to go down in the corner. Cade's going to do some running, doesn't hesitate. Round second, he's going to end up at third off the error with one down here in the third. Dernberger fields the bunt, but he throws low to Hull, and then it gets down there in no man's land. His car came over and finally gets the baseball back in, but Anderson all the way around to third on the error, and we go back to the top of the order. And Hayden Gilmore. Hayden trying to get the first run in. The infield pulled in. See if Hayden can hit one hard past one of these infielders. And he takes a curveball for a strike on the inside corner. Hayden popped up on the first pitch he saw to start the ball game. That time he looked at a nasty curveball from Harrion. Anderson, the base runner at third. Gilmore at the plate. And Hayden hits it high in the air to right field. Now the center fielder coming on will make the catch just right behind second. Boy, Peters ran a long ways. He cut in front of Carr. And that was not deep enough for Anderson to tag and score. So a fly ball, and Peters ran a mile to get that one. Just wasn't deep enough, as he was just right behind the second base area when he finally made the catch. Anderson now at third with 2 outs. See if Caleb Duncan can get a 2-out hit and get that runner home. Peters has been active here in this ball game for the Hawks. That's his best play so far. Curveball is a called strike to Caleb. Anderson reached on an error as he tried to bunt his way on. And the error took him all the way to third base with 1 out. Foul tip into the mid. That's quickly 0-2 to Caleb Duncan. We are scoreless. Top of the third inning from Capaha Field. Now the 0-2 pitch. Caleb pops it up right back at us and going to get out of play. That bunt was ruled a hit for Cade Anderson, as it was a beautiful bunt about halfway between home and third base. Dernberger had to charge it, but the throw was low and got out beyond the first baseman down the right field line. Now the 0-2 pitch to Duncan with the runner at third, and Caleb strikes out, and that'll do it for the Indians. They'll strand a runner at third. In the third, bottom of the third, we go. Kelly bats in a scoreless ball game from Capaha Field. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at SEMO.edu. SEMO, your university, your hometown.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Left-handed hitting DH Colin Schaefer will lead things off for the Hawks, facing Owen Williams. So we go to the bottom of the third, and ball one is outside from Owen. Schaefer, Dernberger, and then back to Peters at the top of the order for the Hawks here in the third. This ball is popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Second baseman Jackson Patterson says he'll take it, and he does for out number one. Pop fly on the infield, and Patterson retires Schaefer. Now Tucker Dernberger, the third baseman, will hit. Tucker bats from the right side. Owen with only 20 pitches now in the ball game as he misses low. That makes it 21 as he's been very efficient with his pitch count. Kelly has committed one error. Kennett's been solid in the field so far. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. To Tucker Dernberger. Next pitch from Owen. Ground ball back up the middle, and that's going to get into center field. That's what you need to do on this turf. Just hit it solid somewhere, and that's what Dernberger did. Got to the right of Patterson as he was shaded over toward first base. Now the leadoff hitter will come to the plate. Ross Peters. Ross hits from the left side. He will try to bunt at this one and missed it, strike one. That was not a sacrifice. He was trying to drag that one down the third baseline. That's strike one. Dernberger, the base runner at first. Is Kelly trying to manufacture something? Owen throws it over, and Dernberger back in safely, sliding head first. Bottom of the third. One down, and Dernberger with a single. Now Peters at the plate. Again, he tries to bunt at it, and again he misses it. Now he's in the hole, 0-2. It didn't look like a sacrifice again that time as Peters was moving around in the box instead of squaring around and laying it down. Now he's in the hole, 0-2. See if Owen can get a big strikeout here. Williams checks the runner. And a pitch, swing and a miss, and he got it. There's out number 2 in the inning. A couple of bunts attempts, and then Peter swings and misses. So 2 down, runner at first now for the Hawks, and Tyson Carr will bat. Tyson grounded out to the second baseman, Jackson Patterson, his first at bat. A curveball, misses a little bit high, ball 1. Dernberger takes his lead. Owen comes set, brings it to the plate, and a line drive to right field. Coming on is a nice diving, sliding catch by Zane Franklin. Boy, if that had got by Zane, we might have been 2-0 in this ball game. As it is, we're scoreless and going to the 4th. Indians come to the plate when we return to Capaha Field right after this.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Top of the 4th we go. Indians will have Cash Franklin, Caden Pruitt, Jackson Patterson, Owen Williams, if anyone can reach. We're scoreless. Quick-moving ball game. Both these pitchers have been in the strike zone, and for the most part, other than one throwing error, we've been errorless in the ball game. It's Cash Franklin facing Brandon Harrion. Brandon only 26 pitches as he starts his 4th inning of work, and a ball to Cash outside and low. Cash flied out to Peters in center, his first at bat. The 1-0 pitch. Another pop-up. This one back behind home plate, and the catcher back. And Osh will make the catch for the out. in foul territory. So Cash Franklin pops out to the catcher back behind home plate. Now 1 down in the inning, and Caden Pruitt will hit. Caden drew a walk, his first at bat in that second inning to start the inning. Now he'll line drive this one to center field. They'll try to throw to first, and Caden back in there safely. It's all the way to first base was Peters on the throw. But a line drive to center, and the Indians with a base runner with 1 down here in the 4th. Peters really didn't have a chance to get the out at first base, but that would have airmailed Hull at first. It could have amounted to an advantage for the Indians. So Pruitt on base 2 times. See if we can get him across. And a strike call to Patterson on the outside corner. Middle infield at double play depth. Dernberger about even with the bag at third. Hull holds on the base runner at first base. That's Crafton Binkard for the catcher. Caden Pruitt. Foul back to the backstop. It's 0-2 now to Patterson. Harrion looks on for the sign. Binkard a short lead at first base with 1 down. Jackson takes it high, ball 1. Patterson now with a 1-2 count. Owen Williams in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Hits are even at 2 apiece. Now the 1-2 pitch to Patterson. And Binkard goes, and a foul right back at us. Count remains 1-2. Binkard with a good jump that time. So they're trying to get something going here. Trying to get a runner in scoring position with 1 down. Jackson Patterson. Back in the box. The 1-2 count to Jackson. He flied out to the center fielder. His first at bat. See if we can get one in a gap here. They'll throw to first. Checking on Binkard, and he's back in there safely. Patterson's Auto Sales on 412 right near the fairgrounds entrance. See, Trenton Patterson got some great vehicles out there on the lot. He's worked for the big dealerships, and he can save you money. Patterson Auto Sales. Long look at first. Now a change-up. Sales inside. 2-2 the count to Jackson Patterson. I don't know if Jackson's related to Trenton, but nonetheless. Patterson's Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors, and we appreciate their support of the broadcast. Don't buy until you see them. Fouled back to the screen. Count remains 2-2 to Patterson. Owen Williams in the on-deck circle. Earlier in the count, Crafton Binkard took off towards second. Crafton does not have a very big lead over there at first base, but he got a good jump when he did go. Now the 2-2 pitch again to Jackson Patterson. Runner at first and 1 down. Jackson fouls it down the right field line and out of play. Count remains 2-2. We are in the top of the 4th, folks. Ball game is 30 minutes old. Three more games to follow this one. They hope they all go on schedule, I'm certain. Now the 2-2 pitch, headed home. Ball low. Nice block by Osh. Keeps Binkard down at first base after Pruitt singled with 1 out in the inning. Now a 3-2 count on Patterson. See if Binkard may do some running here with a 3-2 pitch to Patterson and 1 down. Harrion will throw over there. Kelly also looking out for that same thing. Jackson's put together a good at bat here, battling hard against Brandon Harrion. The pitch to Jackson. It's low, ball 4. The walk will put runners at first and second now for the Indians and 1 down. And here's Owen Williams. Kennett pitcher can help his own cause. He hit a ball right on the nose, a line drive to Peters in center, his first at bat. I'd like to see him hit that about 30 yards to the left of where the last one was. First pitch to Owen. Good pitch on the outside corner is a called strike one. Outfield for the Hawks straight away. Middle infielders trying to hold Binkard, the courtesy runner for the catcher Pruitt, close at second. Curveball is a strike on the inside corner. And that's quickly 0-2 to Owen Williams. Hull, the first baseman, playing behind Jackson Patterson. Down the right side. See if Owen can protect with 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 down here in the fourth. Scoreless ball game. Foul. Count remains 0-2. John Baker Brown in the on-deck circle will bat next, barring a double play. Now the pitcher will spin without a throw. Binkard gets back into second. Dannemuller tries to hold him close there. The 0-2 again to Owen, and he'll foul it. Coach New knocks it down with the right hand. The count remains 0-2 to Owen Williams. Carrion checks the runners again. The 0-2 pitch to Owen. This one's hit out to center field. Shallow, and Peters calls everybody off and makes the catch just right behind the second baseman, Dannemuller, who was going out. Not very deep. The runners stay put on the little pop fly to center field. So it's going to take something with 2 outs, and J.B. Brown comes to the plate. John Baker grounded out to the second baseman, his first at bat. Binkard with good speed down at second. Jackson Patterson after the walk at first. Now Hull plays in front of Patterson at first, and a pitch popped down the right side in foul territory. Hull goes back and makes the catch over the shoulder. Nice play by Hull, the first baseman. Kennett strands 2, and we're still scoreless. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Kelly bats when we return to Capaha Field right after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Three, 4, and 5 due up for the Hawks. Osh, Hull, and Wolseley. Brody Osh, the catcher, who made a nice play on a pop-up back behind home plate. He grounded out to second, his first at bat against Owen Williams, and Owen misses outside ball 1. Owen starts this fourth inning with only 28 pitches. He has been very efficient. Next pitch headed home. A hard-hit ball is going to get into left field between J.B. Brown and Cade Anderson. Wide turn at first, and the leadoff runner on for Kelly here in the bottom of the fourth. Caleb Duncan gets it in quickly. Now, Jed Hull, the first baseman, who made a nice play on an over-the-shoulder pop-out down the right field line. He hit it right on the nose, but right at Cade Anderson, his first at bat. Middle infielders at double play depth. Outfield fairly shallow here for Hull. The cleanup hitter for Kelly. First pitch, a breaking ball, a beauty. Strike one. We are scoreless. Hawks now with 3 hits in the ball game. Indians with 2. Kelly's committed an error. No errors for the Indians. Let's hope we keep it that way. The 0-1 pitch, they pick off the runner. They'll throw down to second. Now they have him in a rundown. They throw back to first, and they mishandle the ball, and going to go down to second. Boy, Kennett has had difficulties in those. They pick off the runners, and it'll be a throwing error on the Indians. I spoke too early, didn't I, folks? In the rundown, a throwing error will let Osh reach second base. Nobody out. Now in scoring position for Jed Hull. The 1-1 count to Hull. A curveball, a strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Hull. Cash threw it down to second. The runner was going back toward first, and that's when they had the throwing error that got away. Now the 1-2 pitch. See if we can get out of this one without damage done. They almost picked the runner off that time. He was leaning, but just got back in there safely. Patterson sneaking over from second base. One-two, the count. And the pitch to Hull. Breaking ball. Ooh, there it is. Strike 3 called. I think the umpire vocally said it, but looked like a beautiful pitch, and he punched him out. First out of the inning, cleanup hitter retired. Now Avery Wolseley, the left fielder, will hit. He grounded out to Anderson at short. Runner down at second base for the catcher for the Hawks, who reached on a leadoff hit and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, very little breeze here at Capaha this morning. We're still before noon. Overcast skies at the ballpark. Ball outside at 1-1 the count to Wolseley. Yount the shortstop in the on-deck circle. Kennett outfield straight away. Patterson tries to keep the runner close down at second base. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball stays inside. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Indian baseball from Indian Park tomorrow. Lance Penn and Tad Jones will have the call of that one for you. Foul back to the screen. 2-2 the count. Cardinal affiliate event going on, and I'll be in St. Louis for that one. And then Monty Lyons running the controls, the camera, and all the equipment for Dennis Nail. Lady Indian softball coming up on Wednesday at Indian Park. They'll have the call of that one for you. Now the 2-2 pitch. Outside corner is a called strike 3. Owen painted the outside corner. Good pitch from the Kennett senior. Now 2 down, a runner at second. Caleb Yount, who had a hit his first at bat as he singled a line drive over Cash Franklin's head into right field. Now they have a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, Osh, who singled to start the inning. 2 outs now in the inning. See if the Indians can get out of this one without any damage done. Go to the 5th inning in a scoreless ball game, as it is 3 hits now for the Hawks, 2 hits for the Indians. And a runner at second and 2 down, bottom of the 4th. Yount takes ball 1 low. Kennett outfield straight away. Infield with 2 outs. Looking for the 3rd out. They try to keep the base runner close down at second. Anderson now trying to keep the base runner close as Patterson moved over in the hole toward first base a little more. Outside corner is a called strike. They're doing that because Yount singled to right field the last time, so they're having Anderson trying to keep the runner close, the Kennett shortstop. 1-1 the count to Caleb Yount. Owen Williams checks the runner at second. The pitch. Hit to left field. Caleb Duncan's going to have to go back, and he can't get it over Caleb's head. The Hawks are going to score on a 2-out double as into second base. Yount, he's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Now the ball gets away. They'll throw down to third, and sliding in there safely is the batter. Yount, as Kennett mishandled the throw back into the infield. Well, little things like that will just eat you up in a ball game. And the Hawks take the lead 1-0. Now a runner at third. That ball was hit well out to left field. It was a double. Then the throw comes in. Kennett mishandled the throw, so a runner at third, and this pitch goes behind the batter for ball 1. That's Brandon Harry on the pitcher. Well, the Hawks strike first, 4 hits, 1 run. Now 2 Kennett errors in the ballgame. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. Kennett had a great opportunity to tag Yount out going to third, but he made a great head-first slide, got a hand in there. Ball outside and low, ball 2. Two outs in the inning. Kelly with a run across and a runner at third, and the 2-1. Outside corner is a called strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third, bottom of the 4th inning, and Kelly has taken a 1-0 lead on the Indians. Owen Williams, the senior, with the pitch. Low and outside, ball 3, and the count goes full. Schaefer, the DH, in the on-deck circle if Brandon Harrion can reach. Three-two pitch, headed home. This one's popped up down the third base line and going over to the fence and out of play. J.B. Brown watches it sail out of play. 3-2 the count. Brandon Harrion comes back in, will set up. Back in the batter's box, trying to drive in run number 2 of the ball game for the Hawks. The count 3-2. Curveball is ball 4 and runners at the corners. They'll have a runner coming on, I'm sure, for the pitcher Harrion, who has done a nice job. Owen Williams, 21 pitches in this inning. His pitch count has been very low and still remains low. 49 pitches for Owen with 2 outs here at the bottom of the 4th. But runners at the corners, and the left-handed hitting DH Colin Schaefer will bat. Colin popped out to Jackson Patterson at second base, his first at bat. The Hawks with a run in. Early break. They look the runner back to second. No throw. Kennett has done that enough to know sometimes it's better just to put it in your pocket. And Harrion now down at second base, or the pinch runner for Harrion down at second base. A couple of runners in scoring position for Schaefer. See if Owen can get this left-handed hitter out, and he gets him to swing and miss at the first delivery, strike one. Oh, one pitch headed home. Inside, ball one, 1-1 the count. Runners at second and third for Kelly. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Hawks. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss is 1-2. He took a hack at a high fastball and came up empty. One ball, two strikes to count to Colin Schaefer. Hawks with runners at second and third and two outs with a run in. Here are the fourth. They lead 1-0. The pitch from Owen. Line drive left field, and that's going to get down in front of Duncan in left, and that's going to score 2 runs, and the throw comes in. It's going to be high. Now the runner is in a rundown between first and second. This time the Indians will tag the runner, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Hawks put 3 on the board. They lead 3-0. Indians will bat top of the fifth inning when we return to Capaha Field right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Well, Kelly now leads 3-0 after a couple of RBIs. If that 2-out hit, then the DH thrown out trying to reach second base. But Kelly coming up with the big hits, and they take the lead in this one as we go to the fifth. It'll be Zane Franklin, Cade Anderson, and Hayden Gilmore. Brandon Harrion with 44 pitches through 4 innings. We need some runs, guys. Kennett scored 2 in the first inning against Dexter, but it was all zeros after that. And we played 4 innings here with nothing but zeros offensively. Brandon Harrion, 44 pitches. His pitch count very low. After day 3 of the SEMO Conference Baseball Tournament, pitching at a premium at this point. And it's good to have your starters working deep into the ball game. First pitch is low, ball 1 to Zane Franklin leading things off here in the fifth inning. 5 hits and 3 runs for Kelly. Kennett's committed a couple of errors. 2 hits for the Indians, and Kelly's committed 1 error in the ball game. Now the 1-0 pitch to Zane, fouled back, 1-1. We'll have a very short wrap-up at the end of this ball game as we'll slide out of the way, and the next broadcasting crews will move into our spot here at Capaha Field. There's 4 games coming on this afternoon. Now the 1-1 pitch. Curveball stays high, ball 2, 2-1. Zane Franklin starting things off. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 to Zane. Outfield for Franklin is pretty much straight away. Carr guards the line a bit out in right field, as does Woolsey. Here's a line drive to center field, and Peters Runner over to his left, a couple of steps will make the catch for out number 1. Again, hit pretty well, but Peters has been active in this ball game, and he takes care of the line drive from Zane Franklin for out number 1. Cade Anderson now will bat, trying to get things started. Cade with a hit his first at bat. A bunt single and then went all the way to third, but the Indians couldn't get him in. Ball is outside and low. Ball 1 to Anderson. Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors with 24-hour access. Work out on your own schedule at Ultimate Fitness. A strike evens the count to Cade, 1-1. Give them a call, 888-9000 for more information, or go by and get a tour. Great membership plans available at Ultimate Fitness. Low hit ball down the third baseline. Another tough play for the third baseman. This time he'll just put it in his pocket. Dernberger is reaching with an infield hit. 2 for 2 is Cade Anderson. That was no doubt a swinging bunt that time by Cade. Now Hayden Gilmore will bat. Hayden, who had entered this tournament red hot, has cooled off a bit. He's popped out to third and flied out to center in the ball game. See if we can get him heated back up here. The senior leads the Indians in almost all offensive categories and also on the mound. He takes a curveball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count to Gilmore. Anderson, the base runner at first. Very short lead there at first for Cade. The 0-1 pitch headed home to Gilmore. Hayden fouls it back. He's in the hole, 0-2. Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle for the Indians. Oh and 2, the count to Hayden Gilmore as we play top of the 5th inning. Kennett trailing 3-0. Runner at first and 1 down here in the 5th, and the 0-2 to Hayden is inside. Good stop by the catcher to keep Anderson down at first base. The count 1-2 now to Gilmore. Big gap in right center field. I'd love to see Hayden hit one over there, and we do some running. Get back into this ball game as we approach 12 noon. Ball game nearing the 1 hour mark. So we're in the top of the 5th. 1-2. Fouled off the end of the bat. Count remains 1-2. Again, our next Kennett Indian baseball action coming up tomorrow from Indian Park. The Jonesboro Hurricane will be coming to town. 4:30 start time for that. Lance Penn and Tad Jones will have the broadcast for you tomorrow from Indian Park. Championship of the Boot Hill Conference Tournament coming up tomorrow as well. Pitch a little bit low to Hayden. That's 2-2. Close pitch. 2-2 to Gilmore, the senior. 1 down in the inning. Cade Anderson at first after a 1-out single. The 2-2 pitch headed home to Gilmore. Hayden fouls this one out of play. Stays alive. Tough at bat by Gilmore as he tries to battle his way on. 3 games from the Boot Hill Conference Tournament as they were rained out on Saturday. We'll have all 3 games over on KCRV FM 105.1 and on the KCRV streaming platforms. Again, a foul back to the screen by Hayden Gilmore. 4 baseball games total for you today. We'll have a couple for you tomorrow. The Kennett game against Jonesboro and the championship from the Boot Hill Conference Tournament in Malden. Anderson, the base runner at first. 2-2, the count to Gilmore with 1 down and almost hit Hayden. Inside makes it a full count, 3-2. Duncan in the on-deck circle. Indians trailing 3-0 as we play in the top of the 5th with 1 down. Anderson a short lead at first with 1 down. 3-2 pitch. Caleb takes it for ball 4, and Indians with runners at first and second now. Tying run comes to the plate for Kennett and Caleb Duncan. Caleb, a couple of strikeouts facing Harrion so far in the ball game. See if Caleb can square one up here. Also one of the Kennett hitters that has been very, very hot at the plate coming into the tournament. Swing and a miss, strike one. Good fastball, and Caleb took a hack at it. 0-1 the count. Anderson at second, Gilmore at first, the base runners. Hull plays in front of the base runner at first base. Fouled back right over our head, now to play. And the count now 0-2 to Caleb Duncan. Cash Franklin in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Bentley Farms, one of our great broadcast sponsors, Wes and Chantel Bentley. Big Kennett Indian baseball fans. Their farms at Dudley, Missouri. They're Kennett residents and have been a longtime supporter of our Kennett Indian broadcast. We appreciate them. Caleb hits it in the air, center field. Now the shortstop, Yount, actually, will call off the center fielder Peters and make the catch. So a pop out to shallow center field, and the Indians with 2 on and 2 outs now, and it's going to be up to Cash Franklin. Yount going back, handled that one easily. Peters also probably could have got there to make the play. Anderson at second, Gilmore at first. Here's Cash Franklin. Cash strokes it back up the middle. Shortstop will dive and come up, and the throw across the diamond is high, gets by the first baseman. And the Indians are going to score the first run of the ball game as Anderson will come home on the throwing error. Was probably going to be an infield single is how they're going to rule it, but then the throwing error will let Anderson score on the play from third. Gilmore stays at second base, and it's a 3-1 ball game. And Caden Pruitt will bat. Caden 1 for 1 this afternoon. That was an infield hit, and a throwing error allows the run to score. That's 3-1. Go-ahead run at the plate with Caden Pruitt with 2 down here in the 5th. Now Harrion will step off. 21 pitches for the hurler for Kelly. Only 65 total in the ball game. A bunch here in this inning. Strike on the outside corner. Starts off the at-bat to Caden Pruitt. Caden walked his first at-bat, then singled on a line drive to center. His second plate appearance. 0-1 pitch to Pruitt. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Peters will field. The throw across the diamond is in time for the out. Indians get a run, but they trail 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Kelly bats when we return right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works. We're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
3-1 Kelly as they bat in the bottom of the 5th inning, and a new pitcher coming on for the Indians will be Zane Franklin. So Franklin, the sophomore, will come in and do the pitching. Owen Williams with a nice job while he was in on the hill. Owen will now go back to his usual position at first base. That sends Cash Franklin down to play third base. And now in right field, Binkard comes in for John Baker Brown. So Kraft and Binkard will come into the ball game for the Indians, and Crafton will now play right field for the Indians. And here's Tucker Dernberger to lead things off for Kelly, and the first pitch from Zane is fouled off of the plate, strike one. Nice job for Owen Williams. Gave up some runs in this ball game, but the defense let Owen down a bit in the ball game as well, has kind of been the trend. 4 innings pitched, 53 pitches total. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, and walked 1 and struck out 5. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now on Tucker Dernberger. Zane Franklin, the next man up for the Indians. All 3 of the runs for Owen were earned in the ball game. High is ball 2, 2-2. But Kennett, a couple of errors in the ball game. Kelly with a couple of errors in the ball game. Kelly has out-hit the Indians 5-4, and they lead on the scoreboard 3-1. Now the 2-2. This is hammered out to left field, and that's going to be another Kelly hit. One hopper to Duncan, and he'll get it back into play. So Dernberger on at first. Leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 5th. The 3-1 ball game. Kelly with the lead. Back to the top of the order, and Ross Peters. Peters 0 for 2, left-handed hitting, leadoff hitter. Good speed at the plate for Peters. Kennett expects a bunt, and Peters bunts it foul and out of play. Strike one. Peters attempted a couple of bunts on the last at-bat against Owen Williams and then struck out after missing a couple of bunt attempts. Fouled the first one off here. Dernberger, the runner at first, takes his lead. Peter swings and misses, and it's 0-2 to Ross, who has played a great center field in this ball game. Dernberger takes his lead. Owen Williams holds him on. Big lead over at first. This ball fouled out of play. Peter stays alive. 0-2. Zane Franklin. The pitch. Hit back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman for one. They'll throw to first, and in there safely, diving head first was Peters as he just beat out the throw. Another bang-bang play down at first base on the fielder's choice. Kennett gets the first out of the inning. Patterson to Anderson. Now Peters will be at first base, the base runner. And here's Tyson Carr. Right fielder for the Hawks. Has grounded out and lined out to right field. Hit it the right side both ways. Throw to first, and Peters back in there safely. They'll try to keep Peters close. He is certainly a base-running threat. Family Counseling Center, FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Another throw to first, a low throw, and Owen handles it over there. They have their nonprofit behavioral health organization, also the FCC Primary Care Clinic. FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Throw to first, and the runner back in there safely. 3-1 our score. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning from Capaha Field in Cape Girardeau. Now Peters will take time and adjust his sock as he slides back in. On the fielder's choice, Peters diving full speed into the bag, head first. Don't see that a whole lot from base runners. But he got a hand in there before the throw. Now the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. 0-1 the count to Tyson Carr. Peters a good lead at first. Pitch comes home and a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Ball gets away from Pruitt. That lets Peters move down to second in scoring position with one out here in the inning. Three to one. Kelly leads it. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw down to first for the out, and that'll let Peters move up to third. He'll be there with two outs now in the inning. The catcher, Brody Osh, comes to the plate. Brody, a big hit of his last at bat as he singled out to left. Zane Franklin. First pitch right back off his leg. Knocks it down, picks it up, and throws to first. Well, he paid for it, but he got the leg save that time. That might have been in center field and an RBI for Kelly as Brody Osh gets robbed by Zane Franklin. Kennett bats in the sixth, trailing 3-1 when we return to Capaha Field right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Tournament season is here, and it's a great time to hit the course at the Kennett Country Club. Get your team signed up now for the Mixed Pairs Tournament on May 17th and 18th, the Member Guest Tournament on June 21st and 22nd, and the Four Ladies Scramble on June 24th. Check out the great new line of clothing and accessories from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Hit the course at the Kennett Country Club.
Top of the sixth we go. Kelly leads 3-1. Indians will have 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Jackson Patterson, Owen Williams, and then Crafton Binkard, who has entered the ball game when Zane Franklin went in to do the pitching. Zane will hit if anyone can reach. And Brandon Harrion back on the hill. 67 pitches through 5 innings for the Kelly right-hander. Jackson Patterson leads things off. The Kennett senior flied out to center, and he walked his last at bat. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Hawks, 1 run on 4 hits for the Indians. Both teams have committed couple of miscues in the ball game so far. Jackson Patterson, the right-handed hitter, takes a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1. Outfield for Kelly, as has been most of the ball game, playing straight away. Infield back for Patterson. Jackson on an off-speed pitch way out in front of that. Swings and misses, strike 2. Now the 0-2, the Kennett senior, Jackson Patterson. Swing and a miss. Out number 1 here in the 6th inning as Patterson goes down on strikes. Owen Williams will hit. Owen is lined out to center field. A ball he hit right on the nose, but right at Peters, and he's also popped out in the shallow center field. Trying to get things started here in the top of the 6th with 1 down. Kennett down a couple of runs. Change up, and they'll hit it to Peters again. He'll put this one in his back pocket for out number 2. Had to take a couple of steps for that one. 2 quick outs here in the 6th for the Indians. And Crafton Binkard, the freshman, will hit. Crafton has moved into right field when the Indians made the pitching change, bringing in Zane Franklin from right. Good speed for Crafton. And the first pitch to Binkard. Outside corner is a called strike. 3-1 Kelly. Kennett with 2 down in the top half of the 6th inning. Crafton will hit this one on the line to center field for a base hit. There's a 2-out hit by the freshman, Crafton Binkard. Coach Aaron New was talking to me before the coaches show and saying Crafton is going to be a really good ball player. He knew his dad and played with his dad, comes from a baseball family, and as a freshman he does a lot of things right, good speed. There gets a big 2-out hit. Now we'll see if Zane Franklin, one of the Kennett sophomores, can come through with a 2-out hit. Kennett down by 2, and Zane pops it out of play, strike 1. Brandon Harrion about to throw his 75th pitch of the ball game here with 2 outs in the 6th. A runner on at first, 2-out hit by Crafton Binkard. The 0-1 inside is ball 1, 1-1 the count. Binkard takes his lead at first. 1-1 the count to Zane Franklin. Zane. Outside corner is a called strike. And it's 1-2 now to Franklin. 3-1 Hawks. Kennett with a tying run at the plate. Zane Franklin. Crafton Binkard with a 2-out hit. Takes his lead at first. 1-2 pitch to Zane. There's a hard hit line drive, but right at the shortstop for out number 3. Right on the nose was the line drive, but Yount was there to retire the side. Kennett strands a runner in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th we go. Kelly Batts leading this one 3-1.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at SEMO.edu. SEMO, your university, your hometown.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Kelly leads 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4, 5, and 6, the heart of the order for the Hawks. The cleanup hitter Hall, Wolseley the left fielder, and the shortstop Yount will hit 3rd in the inning. Yount catching that line drive off the bat of Zane Franklin for the 3rd out in the top half of the inning, and now Zane out to the mound. Zane made a kick save on a hard-hit ball by the Hawks catcher, Brady Osh. Saved that ball from going into center field and getting the last out of the 5th inning. Misses inside to the cleanup hitter, Jed Hull, ball 1. Jed 0 for 2 this afternoon as he's lined down to short. Struck out his last at bat. Facing Zane Franklin for the first time here. Zane pops him on the shoulder. Hit batter and a leadoff base runner on base for the Hawks here in the bottom of the 6th. Indians want to keep them right where they are, trailing by 2, 3-1. 6 runs on 3 hits for the Hawks, 1 run on 5 hits for the Indians. Avery Wolseley, the next batter, coming to the plate, the left fielder. Shows bunt, bunts it down the first baseline. A good bunt fielded by the Kennett pitcher, and a throw to first is in time. Good job by Zane Franklin. That was not easy off that bunt. But the sacrifice is good, and the runner moves down to second base. He's in scoring position. That's a big run in the ball game. Now 1 out. In the bottom of the 6th, Caleb Yount, 2 for 2, the shortstop for the Hawks, will bat. He's doubled on a fly ball and singled on a line drive to right. The double was over Caleb Duncan's head in left field. See if we can get him out here in this plate appearance, facing Zane Franklin. First pitch from Zane. Breaking ball is low. Got behind Pruitt, but he recovers quickly, and the runners stay put. Ball 1. The count on the batter, Caleb Yount. Kennett sophomore, Zane Franklin. Checks the runner at second, the 1-0 pitch. Inside corner is a called strike, 1-1. Kennett outfield creeps in just a bit here. Base runner is Hull at second. He was hit by a pitch, advanced on a bunt. Now a ground ball back up the middle is going to get into center field. Gilmore was charging. Hayden comes up, and they're going to stop the runners at first and third. That's why Hayden was creeping in, and he got it back in quickly to the cutoff man, Owen Williams. So runners at first and third, 1 down for the Hawks here in the inning. And Harrion, the pitcher, will bat. Double play would be nice here if the Indians could turn one. Trailing 3-1, bottom of the 6th inning. They are running out of outs in this ball game. Yount takes an early break. They look at him, and he's still hung up between the bases. Now they'll get him in a rundown, watching the runner at third. Now they'll have the runner at third picked off the base, and that was a base running mistake by Hull. That's where you can't go. The runner, Yount, goes down to second. But that's a big second out in the inning. Boy, he can't get off the base in that situation. So they throw behind him and tag him out. Now down to second base, the base runner is Yount. He was trying to get in the rundown, and that's what he did, but the base runner at third was caught in a rundown, or actually picked off as ball 1 to the batter, Brandon Harrion now. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch inside, and that hit him on the arm. A couple of hit batters by Franklin here, and just glanced off his arm, and he'll be down at first. Colin Schaefer will hit, left-handed hitter. Colin is 1 for 2 this afternoon as he singled on a fly ball to left field. His last at bat. Courtesy runner coming on for Harrion down at first base. He just got grazed by that Zane Franklin fastball. So 2 on, 2 outs for the Hawks. Bottom of the 6th inning, they lead 3-1. Kennett looking to get the bats as they go to the 7th with only a 2-run deficit. Ball goes off the catcher's mitt. That's going to let the runners, a couple of them, move up in scoring position. Now, even more important for the Indians to retire this batter, Colin Schaefer, the number 8 hitter in the order with 2 down. Franklin's 1-0 pitch. Ground ball down the first base line. Fielded there by Williams. Shovels to Franklin, covering, and that'll do it. Hawks strand a pair, and it's last chance for the Indians. As we go to the 7th, it'll be 9-1-2. Anderson, Gilmore, and Duncan. Cash Franklin, if anyone can reach. 3-1 Hawks, 7th inning when we return right after this.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it. and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Top of the seventh we go. Cade Anderson, followed by Hayden Gilmore and Caleb Duncan for the Indians. Cash Franklin, if anyone can reach. Indians down by 2, 3-1. 1 run on 5 hits for Kennett. 3 runs, 7 hits for Kelly. Kelly threatened in the last inning, but Kennett got out of that jam without any runs allowed. Cade Anderson, who is 2 for 2, will lead things off. A bunt single and a swinging bunt single for Cade in the ball game. And Brandon Harrion will look for the final 3 outs and get the complete game victory for Kelly. 77 pitches as he starts to work here in the 7th. The Kennett sophomore, Cade Anderson, will stand in. Dernberger more than likely will be in at third, and he already is on the green part of the turf at third base. The first baseman, Hall, is playing deep. Anderson trying to reach base to start the inning. Swings and misses, strike 1. Three to 1 Kelly as we play here in the 7th inning. Curveball hits Cade, just glances off of him, and there's the leadoff base runner on. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. Take one for the team there, and it wasn't a hard hit. It just grazed him, very similar to what happened to the Hawk batter in the last inning, Harrion, who was hit by the pitch. Good speed at first. Here's Hayden Gilmore looking for his first hit. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Hall holding on Anderson. Big hole on the right side of the infield. If Hayden turns on it, pulls it that way, and this one bounces at the plate, and that gets Anderson in scoring position on a wild pitch. Hayden for the 1-1 count at the plate. Trying to pull the Indians closer, 3-1. Gilmore takes it high, ball 2, 2-1. Heard the Kennett dugout, good. It's a good eye that time from Hayden, laying off that high fastball. Anderson was hit by a pitch. Now he's at second with nobody out. The 2-1 to Gilmore. Hayden hits it high to center field. Peters will drift over toward right and make the catch. And the Indians with 1 out now here in the 7th inning. Not deep enough for Anderson to advance on the fly ball put out. Peters has been very active out there in center field. Now Caleb Duncan will hit. Be a good time for Caleb's first hit of the ball game. Popped out to shortstop his last at bat. Brandon Harrion checks Anderson at second. Caleb pops this one up on the infield in foul territory, and the first baseman will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs now in the inning for the Kennett Indians on a pop fly in foul territory. Hall handles that one. Anderson down at second base. And here's Cash Franklin. Cash 1 for 3 this afternoon. The Kennett sophomore singled on a infield hit to the shortstop back up the middle, his last at bat. This ball sails over his head, ball 1. Kennett down by 2 with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Cash. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Ball game is an hour and 30 minutes old. Dexter and Notre Dame will be coming up next here at Capaha Field. Ground ball slowly hit to second. This should do it. Dannon Mueller will throw to first, and the Indians fall in this one 3-1 to the Kelly Hawks. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap this one up from Capaha Field right after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Kelly wins it 3-1 over the Indians in the 7th place game. Not the kind of finish the Indians wanted in the SEMO Conference Tournament by far. They'll be back in action tomorrow against the very good Jonesboro Hurricane Ball Club coming in to Indian Park. Final score 3-1 as Kennett with 1 run on 5 hits in the ball game. Kelly 3 runs on 7 hits in the ball game. And both teams committed a couple of errors. Going the distance, the starter for the Hawks, Harrion, with a great outing, 87 pitches in the ball game. Gave up the 5 hits and only 1 earned run. He walked 3, struck out 3 in the ball game. Owen Williams got the start and takes the loss. Owen gave up 5 hits, 3 runs in the ball game. He walked 1, struck out 5, and Owen worked the first 4 innings. Then Zane Franklin, the final 2. Zane gave up 2 hits in the ball game, no runs. He struck out 1 while he was into the ball game. Owen with 53 pitches in the ball game. Zane with 23 pitches in the ball game, pitching a couple of innings. And the Indians fall final 3-1 to the Kelly Hawks. Again, we're on the air tomorrow afternoon around 4:15 at Indian Park. Lance Penn, Tad Jones will have the broadcast for you as the Jonesboro Hurricane come to Indian Park. Then we'll have Lady Indian softball coming up on Wednesday as Dennis Nail with a call of that ball game. Monty Lyons will be running the controls on Wednesday from Indian Park for Lady Indian softball. A reminder, we have 3 games coming up from the Boot Hill Conference Tournament today. That on the KCRV streaming platforms and also on KCRV FM. Championship game of the Boot Hill Conference Tournament will be tomorrow afternoon from Malden. And Paul Glass with a call of all of those ball games on our sister station KCRV and the KCRV streaming platforms. 3-1 Kelly over the Indians of Kennett in this one. That'll do it for the SEMO Conference Baseball Tournament. Indians in action again tomorrow. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make it possible. Monty Lyons handling our radio duties. Tad Jones putting all of our video together. 3-1 Kelly. We'll talk to you again with Kennett Indian Baseball from Indian Park tomorrow afternoon, 4:15. So long from Capaha Field.
This has been Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, Wes and Chantel Bentley and Bentley Farms, Ultimate Fitness, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. This broadcast has been a production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.